So I guess we'll go into the third question. I think I'm picking up. Let's talk a little bit of when we played together there, training camp in China. Just a little how you found your experience playing in Shanghai and in Russia for probably you were there for what 4 to 6 months there.
Yeah, I ended up getting fired in November, but
Okay.
I
Yeah.
had it was a cool experience. Um, like I played in the KHL a year before that, so I kind of knew about the league before, but the whole experience with China was. I felt going into it, I felt like it's such a huge opportunity. Like going into it, it's like here you come to a country where hockey is not big, and I can be in this country to help like develop hockey. So like that opportunity itself was just like a huge thing that I kind of wanted to feel that I needed to take a chance to go do. And then after seeing like guys that signed there, the coach Mike Keenan, like it was just like a lot of big names coming in,
Yeah.
and it was a cool experience, and just like being at the camp, and it was different for sure living in China.
Yeah.
Hockey wasn't that big, but I think it's starting to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah. They're definitely trying to grow it a lot, and things are changing. I guess with your experiences, some of the different countries you played in, and at very high levels, the elite leagues too. What I found is it's different in every country that you play in for sure. Not only just culture, lifestyle, but just how hockey is taught too. So, from your experience and perspective, what was different in China? Just the way whether it was living or at the rink, compared to your Swiss elite league and the SHL, NHL, AHL. What was kind of anything that stuck out there?
Well, like life at the rink, because it was pretty much a North American team.
Yeah.
Like there were so many North American guys. So like the life at the rink, the locker room vibe, was like more like the North American style. Obviously, life outside the rink was way different. Like you're in a city where 25, I think it's 25 million.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, right?
Um,
Even probably more that they don't actually have counted. But yeah, you're probably it's
yeah,
around 25. I think Beijing's like 21-ish.
yeah. So the traveling, like just getting to the rink, like all of the food, everything was just like so different from what I've ever experienced before,
Yeah,
which was a cool concept too, because like it's part of it. Like here you're living in a major city, like you had everything. You had like we bought season passes at the Disneyland. It's like a half hour away. Like you could we just went there with the family. Like you could go every day we went there. Like it's just crazy how like living in a city like that.
yeah,
It was just like it was an awesome experience.
yeah. Were you one of the guys that bought a scooter to the rink?
No, I was going to. I never ended up buying because we ended up moving to like more of the western area.
Okay.
So first we lived out where the rink was, and that was like I always compare it to like living like downtown Chinatown. It was
Yeah,
like you walk out and it was like everyone's like it's like scratch a record. It's like, wait, what are you doing here?
yeah, yeah. And then
And,
yeah, you went to a more I guess
and then
western
yeah,
area.
we moved more down in the western area, and out there you had like every restaurant, like everyone spoke English, and it was like you felt more like home, if
Yeah,
you can say that.
yeah.
You had like further to travel, but to get to the rink, but it was a little better for the family.
Yeah, you got a real good taste of the real Chinese living in China experience then with all that, and that's what happened this past year in Beijing. We were living outside of the city where there was not so many internationals and foreigners, it just all Chinese. Yeah, and trying to talk English to them is a lot more difficult than it is in the city, but definitely a cool experience to kind of go through outside of the hockey part of it.
Yeah, no, it's a huge life experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that wraps everything up. Appreciate you coming on here and sharing all these stories, experiences, and hopefully some of these players, parents, and coaches will learn off of it.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks for having me.